Hey guys, I feel like it's been some time. I don't know. It's probably because I'm recording this on a Wednesday. I meant to post this video on Monday. Yeah, but like things have been happening. For one, oh, that's kind of loud. For one, I right now I'm currently working on two projects at once, which is something I've never ever done before. But that's cool. I'm having fun with both. One of them is the Copperdale Festival, which I was going to focus on. I was struggling because I started working on this, right? But then I was like, oh, I should start recording the video now. Like, no, it's not enough. I'll do more. Then it's like, start recording it now. No, it's not enough. Start recording it now. No, I haven't done enough. Like, I don't have anything to show yet. So like that was a bad cycle that was going on. And I was also working on the other project as well. I'm not sure if I want to talk about that yet or not. I'm kind of like up in there about it. I don't know. Yeah, and then finals happened. Like I finished classes and I've already started my summer classes. Also decided to go to grad school. Like, oh my gosh, like a student for life, I guess. It'll work out. It'll be fine. It'll be chill. But anyway, I've gone through like a lot of ups and downs regarding this freaking lot. And I think because one of my fears was like, okay, the mod update video, I'm not gonna have enough, right? Like it's not gonna be no one's gonna be freaking interested because it's not enough yet. I don't have enough to show. So now I'm like, okay, like let me show you what it looks like now. This is literally what it's looking like now. Like I was so scared. I'm asking myself, is it too much? Because it's actually I hate that things disappear, but it's actually like kind of ridiculous how much is going on here. Like, I don't know, this is the top-down view. I'm not done yet. I'm still working on like placing more stuff, but yeah, this is what it's kind of like. This is like we're starting here because it's the front of the park, but as you see here, you walk through here as like one of the entrances, you go this way, and then you see some chess tables over here. You see this whole section over here. Okay, you go this way. Oh, okay. For functionality, like you would need to delete these, but that's cool. That's cool. You could delete them using tool, or also have like a mod in my game that makes this cheat show up. And you shift click on some items. Like, look at it. Now I'm like, am I doing too much? But I do think it looks amazing. Like, I do think it looks great. That's the thing. I'm going back and forth with how I feel about it, but I think it also looks good. This is like the start of the festival mod, and I want the festival to basically be like the town celebrating its history as being a mining town, and then also celebrating its founder, Jasper Prescott, right? Because one thing I found that's actually crazy is I feel like if you read this, kind of like in the Get Together world, if you read this, it should tell you the story of Jasper Prescott, and it doesn't, which is one thing I'm going to make sure I include on this. But like, obviously, he's an important figure in the town. He's like at the entrance of the park. But anyway, that's what the festival is going to be. It's going to be like a way to celebrate the town's history as a mining town. Okay, before I go into this, I'm going to bring up the Notion page. Okay, like this is my to-dos and stuff, but okay, so I don't know how to present this, but I guess we could start here. So right here, like the basic concept. So remembering the town's history and the town founder. I'm thinking the festival would happen like late spring, early fall time, and it would be primarily at night on like a Friday and Saturday. I'm thinking it would be like a 2-day festival because in my head it would be like on Friday night at school or Friday morning at school. People would be like, "Hey, are you going to like the festival today? Like, are you going?" Like, "Yeah, I'm going." Like, that's what you know. Right. Okay, so the festival lore, it would probably be I'm thinking like the majority of the money to like put on the festival is made by the town and by the Prescotts. Maybe like the Prescotts like donate money every year for the to throw on the town festival that's happening. I still haven't thought of a name for the festival itself. I just keep calling it like Copperdale Festival. I don't know. It's still up in the air. I'm bad at naming stuff, so and I was thinking also the statue at the front of the park, like maybe having like you'd be able so usually when places have statues, right? It'll be like or at least on college campuses, a lot of college campuses have like statues of their founder or whatever. And it'll be like, oh, you touched their foot during finals week and you like get lucky or whatever. If you like never touched the foot of those statues, like I've touched it twice at two different campuses before, the like I've immediately regretted it after. Like you touch it and then like you could just feel the amount of dirt that just went onto your hand. Like it's one of those things where you touch it and you need to like wash your hands or go get some hand sanitizer immediately. Never touch it. Which is like with that passion of a speech, I just like get I don't know. I'm probably not gonna do that. But anyway, you can see like I had look at this in the game, but this was kind of like my ideas for the decoration of everything. And then okay, never mind. You could just like the page is glitching out right now, which is like actually bothering me, but you could see how much I mapped out and I planned for this. But I think it's gonna be easier to show you in the game. Okay. Okay, so first to show you what I already have here, again, this is the entrance of it. And if you make your way this way, you'll have these two like custom chess tables that I made. Really like nothing special. I used existing game items for this, but this comes into play in a minute. And then over here, I was thinking this could be um like the food, small little eating area for your Sims or whatever. I think it looks so great and so neat. So the festival is going to be made using the packs, obviously, high school years, and then Get Famous. Those are the two I've been really sticking to for everything. So you only need those two packs in order for it to work. Um, even yeah, because Get Famous has a lot of cool decorations for everything. But then also, since this is gonna be like a photo shoot area where like if you're I imagine like people come to the festival dressed up, like just not in casual clothes. Like there's a theme, like a dress theme going on here. I'm not really sure what time period this is like mining town is, but rustic. Sure, we'll go with a rustic. That's kind of like the vibes we're going for here. And like you would dress up and take pictures over here. So that's why I have like these two like dresser areas and you have your mirror over here. And then I think this is going to be the only get to work thing that I incorporate, but I just thought it would be, I think it's just like a cool, neat thing. But for your Sims to be able to like go over here, I'm gonna have to quit without saving after I do this, but oh, she cannot afford it. Oops. I'll tell you why she can't afford that in a minute. But like for example, you'd go over here and purchase the outfit in case you didn't come like just beforehand. I would have these all set up. And then because here you could go and pose for picture. And then I need to change the background of this. I'll put in like a custom thing for it. But anyway, I referenced Ravishing's like ISO photo mod again to attach it to this camera that comes in base game. So if you click on it, take the photo, right? And then now you can take a photo of your sim in front of the backdrop. I think like I felt so big brain for this one. Like this was like I feel like intelligence. That is like problem solving. And again, me referencing this freaking mod, one of my favorites, honestly, coming in clutch for me to actually take pictures of my Sims. Okay, let me get this one too. I forgot to size this one up, but like, hey, look at them. Now you have your photos you could take back from the festival. And I will, again, I will be making like a custom backdrop for the photo thing. So yeah, that's gonna be great. And then over here, you see you have the ability. I took these tables from Chris Creations and I made them have like the buffet table serving things. So you could come over here and like you could serve food. So I took these tables from Crystal Creations. Oh, I'm gonna have to lower the food, but yes, I took this table and I basically just made like the buffet table so you could be able to serve food. I'm gonna play with making this be free because like paying for the food at the festival, kind of wild. I feel like I just like talked for so long in this section, but look at her. Oh wait, tattoo. Baby don't have tattoos. Okay. Moving on to the next section. Okay, this is gonna be like one of the primary sections for the so how it's gonna work is the festival's gonna have three main sections. It's gonna have this area over here. It's gonna have this campsite area over here that's really cute. Okay, and then it's gonna have this area over here, which I haven't done yet because I'm scared to do, but I'll figure it out. And it's like gonna be a cave area that's basically over here. And I'm also gonna stick this in here so you can be able to travel to the Forgotten Grotto because I think the secret worlds that the Sims used to do are so cool, but they like it's a thing of the past. They literally never do them anymore. So, but yeah, I'm thinking like if you talk to Jasper, he'll like set you off on like a quest throughout the festival, like a primary one, and you have to go to each of these 3. I haven't really figured it out yet, but these 3 areas are gonna be marked with banners, which again, I have to make a recolor of those for it to make sense. And then I'm also thinking like some of the game runners would be here. So there would be a NPC here, like a sim NPC that would be like the primary game runner, and then a secondary game runner over here. Like I don't want to throw too much at you, but there'll be different NPCs that basically like have different games and stuff for you and your sims to do while you're here. And then if you go over here, you'll see our second primary area, and it's like the campsite area. And so this is like the campsite area that I also think is really cool, and it'll have its own banner over here as well. And then one of my favorite items that comes in the game is the wishing well from Romantic Garden. I love that object with a passion. So I gave the wishing well tuning to this item as well. So it functions as like you can make a wish for happiness and make an offering. But I feel like a lot of people don't have that pack. So I believe if you don't have the pack, this won't be functional. It'll just be here. And then over here, we have like a little seating area over here. I'm not done with this section either, but I'm thinking it's going to be like little shops around here. So for you to be able to buy crystals. Oh yeah, Crystal Creations is another one. So it's going to be Get Famous. No, yeah, Get Famous, High School Using Crystal Creations are like the 3 ones I'm primarily using. It even like Crystal Creations is like but you'll be able to hear like you'll be able to like buy jewelry and treasure maps and time capsules and stuff over here in the shopping area, but I haven't figured out what I want it to look like completely yet. So this is how this looks like for now. This right here is a woodworking table as well. And then you see you have some easels. And then over here in this section, as I mentioned before, it's going to be a cave area. It's not completely done. On the gazebo, I just placed this, what is this called? The stereo here as well. Oh, then if you're on my Patreon, you'll know what this is. But basically, I've been working on making like dynamic billboards. So this could like rotate through different photos that you put inside of it. And I think this would just be like a cool like billboard thing to put at the front of the festival. Okay, so that is a tour of what the like build section of this is looking like right now. I'm really happy with the way it came together. Again, I was really worried it wouldn't be like enough, but now I'm like, it seems like it's more than enough. Like I'm trying to decide if I should chill or not, but it's cool. Hey, me and Tool, we've been besties. Okay, so now we're gonna go over here because I want to go into one of the games I've been putting together for the festival. So here I have statues as placeholders, but they will be animated deco sims or like NPCs to facilitate the games. So these are just like, this is what I'm using for now. It's temporary. Here is one of the games, or this would be like the, what I call them earlier? What, the game runner, right? So here, if you go, you could go here and then you could ask about the activity that the game runner is doing. So it's going to be the mystery chest coordinator. I'm going to change it to mystery chest game runner, but you can ask about the activity, right? And turn off reshade. There are 4 chests sprinkled around the festival, but not just anyone can open them. You'll need a passcode only I can provide you with. In order to get the passcode to open each chest, you must have the knowledge of a miner. A miner must be logistical while exploring the mines as they are pretty dangerous. They are a pretty dangerous place and it's easy to get lost. Not to mention they must be pretty handy swinging a pickaxe. I feel like that's not a useful pickaxe, but it's fine. And fit too. Oh, and the miners got to have at least a little charm, don't they? Anyway, explore the festival and increase those skills, and I just might give you those passcodes. So I feel like I don't want to explain all of what that is, but I feel like it's pretty straightforward. I might switch my reshades. Hold up. Okay, reshade switched. I don't know. I don't know. Do people get irritated when you do that in the middle of a video? I don't know. I felt like switching because it's like all nice and bright and sunny, you know? Bam, switch it up again. Okay, sorry. But yes, I feel like that's a bit of a hint of what's going on here. But we need to, and if you click ask for a hint, she says, well, I just about already gave you one while I explained the activity, silly. If you need a reminder, I'm more than happy to give you one. Just to, like tell you what the first one is, she needs to have this is chest one, right? Mystery chest number one. And in order to unlock it, we need to have logic at level two. So in order to increase our logic to level two, I have the, where is it? We have the chess tables over here. Some of her, of course, like this wouldn't be at the lot. It would be, I think she's going to be like somewhere like over here, right? So then your sim would travel to this part of the festival, and then they would keep playing and playing until they reach level two. Before I had it set to they have to reach level three, but that's actually crazy. Like I went into game and I play tested it, and that's kind of wild. But I'm also hoping like if your sims, if you're like if it's sims you're playing with, they have some type of skills, right? I don't know who this is. It's a randomly generated sim. She's really pretty. Oh man, she's like gorgeous. Serenity Havens? Amazing name is okay. Um, anyway, I mean it's not that bad as well. But also like, babe, unless you're playing chess with me. Oh, she's yelling at me now. Okay. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. She had the evil trait. You know what? Sure. Okay, so now that my sim has logic level two, I can go back over here. Okay, so you'll see that we now have the option to collect passcode number one for chest, mystery chest number one. Are you kidding me? One thing I did do though is I made it so the stereo over here would not get wet or would not break in the rain, which I really appreciate. So this could keep going. Okay, so after you have collected the passcode from here, you'll get the trait and it says chest for passcode one or chest one passcode. And then once you click on the mystery chest now, you have the option to open the chest. Once you open the chest, this option, this figurine will pop up in your Sims inventory, and it's so freaking cute. Okay, but there are a total of four figurines, and they're all of like symbols that represent Copperdale, basically. So here we have Frank the Womp Womp. And I'm gonna go ahead and go into build and buy and show you the rest. So this is one of the figurines, and then there's also these other three. So it is the mining cart here, the water tower, and then this is Jasper's shack right here. I'm not sure how I feel about the green, if I'm being completely honest. I may change it to blue, because at least it's like lapis lazuli blue. But yeah, these are the three figurines that you can earn from each of the things. And each chest is going to coordinate to one skill that you have to have at least level two in to collect the figurine open the chest, right? I try to keep it level two just in case your skin doesn't have the skills, but I would think they're pretty like standard like base game skills. So I would think your Sims they may have it. I don't know. Okay, but one thing also is there was like two styles I was looking at for the figurines, and one was like this one, and the other one was this one. I'd want it to be like, what is it? I would want it like this to be this size because I think it's too big right now, or it's bigger than I want it to be. But yeah, I was trying to decide between like this look and this look for the figurines. So I'm still a bit up in the air, but I'm also like, I finished these already. So, you know, like, you know? Okay, so this next thing that we are going to go into is like something I am genuinely so proud of. Like, I spent like 3 days getting it together. This is one of the things I really wanted to finish before I made this update video, and that is the gambling game. Okay, I've made a gambling game, and it's called Crystal or Coal. And I have legit been sitting here for like an hour. I finished it today. I've been sitting here for like an hour just playing it over and over again. Okay, so when I like set off on making the festival, one thing I really wanted to do is like having your Sims be able to like go around and play games is cool. Like it's fine. I don't know, like watching them I don't know what they do. Watching them like look through like the telescope is cool and talk to other people and converse with Sims and like interact with the environment. That stuff is really cool. But one of the things I really wanted to do is have like games for you to play, controlling your Sims as well. And then I was thinking of, again, like this was like inspired by, or like what prompted me to make this is Stardew Valley festivals. And in Stardew Valley, in I think it's like the fall festival or one of them in the fall, there's a game where you spin the wheel. It has the wheel has two colors. It has like orange and green on it, and you spin the wheel and you basically bet, is it gonna land on orange or is it gonna land on green? Right. So I was like, and it's so like it's a gambling game, so it's like inherently addictive. And I was like, I want a gambling game. Like I want to be able to, I didn't realize you could view these. I want to be able to make my own little gambling game. Like that would be so fun. So yeah, that's what I really want to do. I wanted to make a little gambling game. Look how oh my, it's so pretty. It's so nice. Okay, trees, get out the way, please. Like I think I'm so happy with how it came out. It's supposed to be like a night festival, but I think it looks really neat during the day as well. So I tried to make it straightforward too. But I also have an how to play. But in its straightforwardness, it's like I don't think you need to read the how to play to know how to play type of thing. But anyway, you click how to play. We're gonna read it. This game here is called Crystal or Coal. And typo. Okay. I'll fix it, but it says, okay, now here's how it works. First, place your wager, 50 simoleons, 200 simoleons, or if you're feeling especially darling, if you're feeling especially daring, 500 simoleons. Not sure what you want to bet, just take a gander at your Simology panel. It ought to be listed there. Or not sure what you bet. Just take it. Okay. You get what I mean. You get what I mean. Okay. So in front of me, you'll see a time capsule. It'll make sense once I decorate it. Again, this is just a placeholder for now, but when I decorate the space, it'll come together. But inside of me, you'll see a time capsule. Inside there's a fair mix of crystals and coal. The rules are simple. You guess what you'll pull out, crystal or coal, then you stick your hand in and take your chances. Draw a crystal and you'll walk away with double your wager. Pull out a lump of coal. Well, better luck next time, friend. You're still free to go on your merry own way. I'm gonna delete that line, but anyway. So what do you say? Care for a round? So as the rules imply, first you have to place your bet. Okay, so we're gonna pay. I have 4,856 simoleons. We'll see what I end up with at the end. I might sit here for a bit doing this. But you'll see. Okay, I'm a bit high, of course. Okay, and I thought about adding interactions to these, but once you get in the mood of like gambling the money, like I don't want it to slow down the pace. Like keep going, keep going. But you'll see here, I did the bet, and then it says it's marking my bet here. You basically get like this temporary trait that lets me know that I bet 500 simoleons, okay? And you can cancel your bet, okay? But the money will not be returned, okay? Like you could take it back, you could get rid of the trait if you want to, but the simoleons are staying with the Prescott family in the town of Copperdale, okay, babe? Okay. So it says simoleons won't be returned once the bet's been called off, but it will get rid of the trait. And then after you place your bet, and only after, you'll have the option to then play crystal or coal. Okay. Click on it. And then this pops up and it says, all right now, folks, the bets are in. The stakes are set. It's time to play the game. Before you go sticking your hand in yonder box. To wander over yonder. Wander, 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 yonder, yonder, yonder. Yeah, I get thrown off by this one every time. I might I'm gonna supposed to with the time capsule. Okay, before you go sticking your hand in the time capsule, tell me this: will it be a crystal or coal? So then now I have to bet whether I think I'm gonna pull out a crystal or a coal. Right? In actuality, this wouldn't make sense because you could feel the texture difference, but it's the game; it doesn't matter. So I think it's gonna be a crystal. I won. Okay. It says, well, I'll I'll be looks like luck's on your side. Go on now, claim your prize. Don't be shy to try your luck again. Okay, so I pulled a crystal. I'm gonna gather up your winnings. Okay. And then in my inventory, I have the crystals. The crystal's gonna sell for 1,000 because I bet 500 simoleons, so I get 1,000 left. Okay. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do it again. We'll see. Okay, this time, I'm a bet coal. I got a coal. Okay. Okay, it's the same message. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Keep gambling. Keep gambling. Babe, okay, I thought she was gonna interrupt me. Okay. 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 So this is what happens, right? I I put my money on a crystal and I pulled out a piece of coal instead. So it says, not quite the ticket, but a fine try all the same. Missed it by a whisker. Give it another go, why don't ya? Because I pulled a coal. And now I get nothing. I lost my 500 simoleons, right? I forgot what we started with. I don't want to say it was for something, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not sure if I don't know how much I'm gonna be talking while I'm doing this. Um, right, but I might time lapse it. Okay, this lets you know that I made the game fair. It's literally fair. I don't know how many times I just sat there and did that for. But we started with 4,000, I think. And now I'm at 1,500. But that should show you when you gamble, no one wins. Well, the house always wins, I guess. Because, like, how much I just gave thousands of simoleons to Copperdale Prescotts. Probably the Prescotts. I just gave thousands of simoleons to the Prescotts. But yeah. But it's so fun. I don't know. Does that like make me sound crazy calling my own game so fun? But like y'all, it's when I tell you I spent days putting that together. Days. Days. Let me show you. Look at this. I used Zerbu's mod constructor to put this together, but y'all, like babes.
Like I was over here like drawing charts and stuff so I could keep track of like the Elsa, like so much.
Dropping a little bit of like self lore. When I was younger, okay, if anyone knows like the mobile game Episode, like where you like it's a classic. It stays on my phone. It'll never leave my phone, even if I never play it. But it's like a pick your story type thing. And they have stories that come with the app, right? And then they have stories that people can make themselves. I used to make my own episode stories and like the characters and be like the story-based game, if you do this, it affects your decision here and like the amount of like points you have with people and stuff. Okay, like and I felt so freaking smart. I feel so intelligent. Like I'm over here, I'm like cross-referencing Google Docs. Like I'm so like I got this in the bag. Like oh my gosh, I'm a little programmer or whatever. Like computer science too. And then I quit my computer science major. But anyway. But yeah, those are the first two games that I've been messing with. How the other ones are gonna go, I'm actually not sure. I haven't sat down to really think about it, but those are done. So basically, there's a couple different styles of collectibles. There's going to be these different types of collectibles here, and then there's going to be like crystal collectibles. I'm thinking for those, they're gonna be um like snow globe crystal type things, like crystals in snow globes. And a set amount of those are going to be the collectibles of the festival. And then also another type of collectible I'm thinking of having, like I'm making this into a whole community community center low key, but the third one I'm kind of thinking of or going back and forth on is like a collectible where like you could find like old pictures of Jasper and Tia around the festival, and then maybe you could like post like on these boards over here, like you could post them on those boards, so like you could drag and drop them or something and like collect them on the board. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of like up in the air about that one. I love Jasper being a little house husband to Tia. Like I want to like include that like both of them in the festival somewhere, but I'm not really sure where yet. So while I'm waiting for it to get darker, we could go ahead and talk about the one thing that I've really been struggling with, and that is figuring out how to share this.
So at first I was gonna do what I usually do, which is set it up so where like if you watch my like redoing the conifer station thing, or if you download that lot, I was gonna do the same thing of like putting it in sections and then putting on a lot. So you just download a lot and like group it as tool mod and then put it over here, right? The problem is the lots in this neighborhood are so small. I want to say it's like 20 by 15, 20 by 15, 20 by 20, right? So I was going to use this big lot up here, but then I realized if I did it that way, there'd be problems with like the snapping to terrain. And also this isn't that big of a lot either, but there'd be problems with like having things snap to the terrain when you go back here, and you put it over here.
One of the ways I was thinking about doing it is just uploading this save file that I'm currently playing in. This is a like new save file. I haven't done anything to any of the Sims here. Maybe MC Command Center, because if you know, you know, MC Command Center be wild and out for sure. But yeah, so if I upload it as a save file, then everything would be placed and you wouldn't have to use Tool to place it in groups, especially since I don't think there's going to be a way to use Tool to place it in groups. Like, I just don't see how that would happen at this point. And then the second way I'm thinking of is like it's probably the most reasonable thing to do, but it's also going to be a bit of a pain and it requires us to go into manage world. So give me a second. Okay, so here we're looking at my second idea, and this is the park that comes in the world. So I was thinking of kind of like recreating the town center, like I guess not recreate, but like recreating the festival in this park over here, because I just think that would be the most the probably like the logical, logistical thing to do in way to share the festival. So I'm gonna finish it in the town square or Prescott Square, back where we were before. But I think one of the options for me sharing it is when we going to be uploading the lot. So one of them's gonna be as a save file, and the other one's gonna be as me uploading the lot. So what I'm thinking about with the other save file is including like the conifer station um tool placement in over in Evergreen Harbor. And then I also have one for Willow Creek as well, including that. And then probably holding on to that and then like keep adding to that as I make lots for tool placement and stuff like that. Because it is something I do in my free time anyway. But yeah. Okay, so it's officially dark over here in Prescott Square, and this is what everything looks like. Honestly, like hella lights. Hella lights, because I want it to be lit up, but I may get rid of a couple of them. Like, I may have went a little overboard with the lights, but you know, like screenshots. I was thinking about your screenshots. Like, so I think I've actually gone over everything about where the mod is currently at. I feel like if I didn't make this now, I would have just like kept pushing it back and back and back. So I'm glad I did, because like, you know, take a minute to step back and like acknowledge like your wins. Okay, and like for those of you who are still here, check these. So I actually took my first ever commission, and I've never taken one before because like A, scary, B, I didn't know if I could juggle um 2 projects at once, but hey, turns out I can. And I've been actually having a really good time doing this. And also the person who commissioned it is like really cool, really patient and communicative. So like best first person to take a commission from ever. And it's actually helping me a lot to figure out like how I'd want to do them in the future. But they wanted zombies, and like look at them. These are one of the like I did my big ones with these. They look sick. They look cool. So like this is the other project I've been talking about the whole time. I didn't know if I want to talk about it or not, but like I'm gonna talk about it because these look cool. So like when I was getting tired of the Copperdale mod, I was working on these, and I get tired of these, I'll go back to the Copperdale mod. So actually it's like it's turning out so great. I left them in the corner of this video. So I don't know if anyone saw them, but I forgot to delete them because I was also playtesting. This is one of the worlds I was playtesting them in. Um Zombies overtake Copperdale. Okay, but yeah. So I'm going to wrap this video up right here, highlighting my man, the copper or coal game runner. I hope, is that stars in the back? Are you freaking kidding me? Wait, no, is that, what the heck? Hello? What Why do the stars like there's literally crystals in the sky. You can't tell me that's not a star. Hello? Is this what it looks like? Is this a mod or does this look like in everyone's game? Okay, I clearly got distracted, but you can't tell me that doesn't look crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed this mod update video and that we're still excited for the Copperdale mod because I still have the juice. I still have it. Like there's so much more I still want to do. Like I've made a list, a checklist of all I want to do. I'm yapping. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up here and I will see you guys later. For what? I'm not really sure, but that's a problem for later. Bye bye. I'm gonna show you also someone commented on one of my older videos and I'm gonna have to find it. I'll put it up. It says something like I'm wishing you like my greatest sympathies or like you have my sympathy in something else. And I haven't responded to it on purpose because I want it to pop up every time I look at if I respond to it, it'll remove from my notifications menu. So I'm purposely not responding to it so I can always see it because the way it makes me giggle in a way that heals my freaking soul.